Hello and welcome to the Wolf Chase Toyota Insider, the Memphis Tiger Network. I'm Jeff Breivel alongside April Howdegeen. It's been a little bit of an adventure coach here the last week, and then you've got some schedule changes. Unfortunately, this year, and it's an inconvenience for scheduling and for athletic teams. But boy, the Gulf Coast and Florida have been hit hard by the severe weather and multiple hurricanes this year, and now you guys are going to have to deal with that. Your match at Tulane was postponed on the road trip with the Houston-Tulane duo.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we want to keep our student athletes in a safe environment and out of harm's way. Luckily, it didn't hit New Orleans as bad as we thought, but I know down in like Biloxi and areas in Mississippi got hit pretty good. So, yeah, we made the call on Thursday, or the ADs did, to just bring us back and not take a chance with the weather. So we only played the one match going into Friday, and then we'll look to see if and when we reschedule that.
As far as the trip, you played the Houston match. Were you able to change your arrangements, get back, and not have to prolong the weekend too much?
No, we still flew to New Orleans
and
then bus back from there. But, I think just for our team, it's looking to be home for a few matches would be good. And just we haven't really had a stretch of that for the whole season. And you can kind of see it's taking a toll on some of our young kids.
Nothing set in stone, but that makeup match, the postponement with Tulane, could be coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, it could be next week, so I guess I'll know something later today. Which, again, I mean, I always think to have to drive back, but, we don't have a conference tournament, so we want to make sure we're playing all of our conference games. And I'm sure our kids would rather play a match than practice anyway. So,
no, especially at this point in the season,
exactly.
You just want to get on the floor as much as you can. It's the first time they probably had to deal with something like this, maybe even back to high school. I know in 2005 when Katrina came through and you were on staff, you guys had to make that adjustment too.
Yeah, it's just been a crazy year with travel and everything. And I know in preseason a lot of schools had to cancel their tournaments with Harvey that came through. So it's just part of it. You just, again, everyone's safe and sound, and that's the #1 priority.
Once you do get back and have that makeup game, that makeup match, if it does come early next week, you will finally get to be home for a couple of weekends straight. I know that will be a nice change for you this year.
So we're home this weekend and then next, which is our longest stretch of being home all season. So just giving a chance for our girls to be in their own beds a little bit longer. I do think, like I've mentioned before, it's good to be on the road, at least this season. It's giving them some adversity to fight through, because that's kind of what we see is, I mean, we have a lot of talent, but, we have to learn how to fight through when things aren't going our way. And that's kind of what this example is. That's life.
Yeah.
Things happen. Nothing you can do about it, but it's how you respond to it. That's the most important.
Coming up this weekend, you'll be at home, Tulsa and SMU at the El Marone Fieldhouse, and those are traditionally two very good programs.
Yeah, and Tulsa is a team, I think, just like South Florida and Central Florida, us, Tulane, that were all sort of in Houston in the same mix of the area and the conference, sort of standing. And, we know how close it is, 1 or 2 points. Going back from last weekend, we're like, you're 2-5 sets away from being right there in the mix with everybody. So just trying to stay positive with our team, because we go and play a good Tulsa team on Friday. But I think if we get some pieces together this week and kind of change our mentality some, and go out with that competitive mindset and wanting to win every single match that we play, I think I like our chances. With
a lot of young players, the mentality sometimes can be fragile. They're facing some tough adversity they may not have faced in high school, because you're always the best player and you're on good teams. How's everyone holding up right now through the learning process?
It depends on the day. So, again, they're young kids, and we're relying on freshmen to be stabilizers on the court, and we're going to have our bumps this season, but the future is very bright. And like I said, keep pushing the right buttons and keeping them positive, engaged, and that's how we've adjusted our practices to just add more competitive edge to it some. And we don't have to practice for 5 hours a day, but we need to go hard because we see our two different teams. We have 2 different levels. We either can compete with some of the best in the conference, or if we're not our best that day, it can get ugly pretty fast. So we're just continuing to push them. They're making progress. I know it's a long season, but we'll give them the breaks when we can.
Coach, before we let you go, one thing I know they'll enjoy, you talk about youngsters out there. You guys will have a clinic on Sunday after your match. I know it's always fun, regardless of what sport it is, to get out and help the kids out.
Yeah, so we want to have a good crowd out. We had a great crowd at our fan day. Let's get the gym rocking. And again, we'll do the free clinic. It's for boys or girls, I think 2nd through 8th grade.
Yeah.
You just have to sign a waiver, which will be there for parents to sign so your kids can participate. and it should be a lot of fun. So every time we do it, it's a blast.
Again, that's going to be a 7 o'clock match Friday, 1 o'clock on Sunday against SMU, and again, the clinic for 2nd through 8th graders following. Coach, best of luck this weekend.
All right, thank you.
That is head coach April Howdy. I'm Jeff Brightwell with the Wolf Chase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network.